So, I don't know. I just started this joint up. I don't really know. But I was looking at this joint. I'm like, what can I talk about today? I'm gonna get in a lot of things though. A lot of different subjects, topics. What I want to talk about is personality though. I never really knew, like, I knew what a personality was, but I never really knew what mine was because you don't really know your personality until somebody tell you. So is that your personality or is it that person perspective? So it's like I never really, when people ask me, "Oh, what's your personality?" I be like, I don't know. I don't know. So I wonder if, like, do your personality, I can't say the word even, personality, do your personality change depending on who you around? Like, yeah, you ever notice, like, you get around certain folks, they call it code switching, or you gotta change your personality, you know. But that's why I ain't really, or from my point of view, you know, I still don't really know my personality. I don't really, if somebody asks me off the quick, I might say chill, laid back, but it's more to it. And me personally, I only think you can get the real authentic answer from another one's perspective. Cause this is like a nickname. You can't really get yourself a nickname. You can, but is it really valid? So it's like me, I think a personality is how one is your traits according to that person. Because you treat everybody differently. You don't treat Joe at work how you treat your girl. You feel me? You ask your girl your personality. Well, no, let me not use your girl because your girl gonna see all sides of you. But it's just like certain people, they gonna get the full rundown. Your circle. But as far as like associates or like co-workers or like folks you just on the street with, like say if you, for example, your best friend and your co-worker, if you a manager, you feel me? If you a manager at a job, your employee ain't gonna say, oh yeah, he might say, oh, he's a cool manager, cool guy. He buys his lunch. He's friendly. This, and that. But it's just what you showing them. Because you have to. You don't really have to be, but it's just like, I don't know. Is personality real? That's just what I'm getting at. I don't know. Because it's like, it's really an act. Because if I'm your employee and you treat me like shit, I'm going to say you a shitty manager. You a shitty guy. You firing people left and right because emotions getting in the way. I'm going to say you emotional shitty guy. But you go back to your family and it's like, you the total opposite. You a family guy. You host cookouts every weekend. taking the kids to school on time, never laid a hand on your wife. So I don't know. I feel like personality is non-existent. That's my whole thing. Cause it's like you gotta code switch it. But is the code switching a part of your personality? Because everybody can code switch. It's a lot of people who really, for example, it's a lot of I know a lot of I've been around a lot of ghetto motherfuckers that you can't go public with or like corporate with. You feel me? So it's like it's code switching a part of the personality. Because like I said, you got people who cannot code switch. And it's like they limit their personality. Because I don't feel like code switching is, I feel like it's kind of phony, but it's not. It's a time and place for everything. Because just because you code switching, that don't mean, people think code switching mean, like, okay, just because you walk in the building with a suit on, doing a meeting with a bunch of high-ranking men, that don't mean you gotta play vagina. You feel me? That ain't code switching. Tucking your tail, kissing a man behind. It's more so like wording, your words, how you talk. You feel me? The BS you normally do, cut it out. You know, like if sometimes you got to just shut up and listen. But it's like code switching. I don't really believe in the code switching. I'm gonna be honest, to an extent though. Like I'm not gonna go into motherfucking. I'm not gonna go to court loud and ghetto, but at the same time, I'm not kissing the judge ass. You feel me? It's just that I'm not. Like, yeah, you controlling my life right now, but at the same time, we're both human beings. If you can do what you gotta do, if you controlling my time in life right now for however you do it, then that's that. But it's just hard for me to kiss ass, especially if I ain't really. No, I'm lying. Maybe I might kiss the judge ass. I'm lying. Yeah, let me take that back. Sometimes you gotta kiss ass. Maybe I will kiss the judge ass. Yeah. But you know, code switching is. Let me get back. I think code switching is bogus because I think our parents took it to another level. Because our parents was kissing ass. All they know is slavery. Let me not say that. Segregation. Nigga, you ain't gonna be, at the end of the day, you a nigga. Then our parents is more so, they the same way, but they kind of, at the end of the day, you gonna be a nigga, but they like, some of them got a little bulk. I feel like my generation, some of y'all have to code switch though. Like even I code switch, but to an extent. But some of y'all have to do the full 180 because you can't control your emotions. If you can't have both. You can't not be able to control your emotions and code switch in them serious moments. See me, I code switch. I don't do the 180. I might do the 90. You feel me? I'm not Batman. I'm a Bam. But I know how to control my emotions. I can do the 180 into the 360 instead of 720. So pause. But yeah. Personality though, I don't really think it's real though. I don't want to sound like that guy, But I feel like personality is just based on it's your emotions and characteristics based on one's perspective, because that's all you can really go off. You can give your input, but I feel like it's not gonna be valid because it's not the truth. You either sparing yourself for the good or the bad. Cause you got some people like me, it be hard to give myself props sometimes. Sometimes I take full credit, sometimes I don't. So I knew if I was to give myself a personality, it wouldn't be valid. Some people say I'm an asshole. Some people will say the opposite. Who gives a fuck? But I don't know though. But that's why you got sometimes putting on that front it drain you. Putting on that facade. That's why I say you can't really do the full 180 when it come to code switching. That's why I don't code switch that much. Or you can't, because once you do the 180, it's really no coming back. That's why that shit might stress you out. You might have code switch so much at work or at school that you a total different person outside of work. And it's like this real life though. You might at work and get invited to this little gathering. But it's like, once you get there, you want to drink and do what you want to do, but you didn't code switch so much, you're insecure. And this is more than just work. School, outside, internet, you done switch your characters, your personality so much. You scared to show your real one. So once you hide that, it's like, it's no coming back. That's why you gotta either go halfway or don't do it at all, go all the way. Because if you go halfway, you can show both sides. You go all the way, you phony. But I feel like my personality, I don't know. I would say I can be arrogant. I'm more of an arrogant, somewhat stubborn type. I'm peaceful. That's why I'm peaceful at though. I'm kind of rebel. I wouldn't say rebel because, hold on, let me look it up. No, I'm not a rebel. Not a rebel. I'm just not. I'm not the cover. Like I tell people that all the time. Folks look at me, oh, you look mean. This is not, but like, nah, whatever. It ain't none of that. I'm the total opposite. Excuse me. But if you think I'm mean or whatever, or I look mean, and I done dealt with a few females that, oh, you look like an asshole, you look like this, you look mean, you always look upset. Really, I'm the total opposite in person. My personality. So it's kind of like, that's what I'm saying. It's like based on one, you gotta, but basically, I'm not the cover. most of the time, like, yeah, oh, you look mean, woo, 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 woo. You can't judge the book by its cover, because really, once you judge the book by its cover, you even put something past somebody, or you doubting somebody. Two things you never do. But yeah, I'm not really how I look, as in what I've gotten, if that makes sense. I'm not that. I'm really a loving guy. Seriously. I wouldn't hurt a fly, as they say. But no, I don't know though. My question is though, is like, does your personality changes depending on who you around? Or does it actually exist? Does one solid personality exist? Because I don't know. It's like, and then you might also put on a purpose personality. Like sometimes I change every day. Honestly, I'm not even the same person who I was before I started this video. So it's like, you could put on a facade, and it's like, damn, this nigga grimy, and it's the first impression. Now you done got a bad review on Yelp. Yeah, but I don't know.